So today we're going to show you how you can make your own limb spreaders. That's up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you here today with a quick episode and a how-to on how you can get your trees looking like this and having them spread out just a little bit more. What you see behind me here would be one of our pear trees, and they have a tendency, as you can see, to grow very vertical. We have it on a central leader design, so you can see we have our central leader here, which is going nice and straight in the air, but you can also see that all of our horizontal branching is also growing in the exact same direction. Now we've gone ahead and pruned all of this. Now what we need to do is actually get something in place to start spreading these limbs out so they start going at more of about a 60 to 75 degree angle, which is what we want our fruiting limbs on. So as far as supplies, it's very, very simple. You're gonna need some 3/4 inch PVC. These are all leftover scraps for us, so no cost here when it comes to these. You are gonna need some 3/4 inch elbows for each end of the cut PVC, and we're gonna go ahead and use flagging tape. And that's mainly because it stretches real well, and it will be easy to remove here once we get into spring and summer. Now what we need to do is go ahead and take a look at the tree, and you'll see how we measure this out and get all this in place. That's fine. Before I go too far. Our spotting to come in a little bit. Couple of key points here that we have found to be useful. We put the elbows twisted so that they're basically facing opposite directions. So this one's facing, in our case, towards the west, and this one's facing towards the east. That helps to kind of set them in between the branches a little bit easier, at least what we found. The second thing is using the flag tape. That's really what holds these in place. The flag tape, the great part about it is it has a tendency to stretch. At the same time, if for some reason we forget that these are on here, they break down very rapidly here in the sunshine, particularly in Arizona. So they'll have a tendency to probably eventually fall off, but they do stretch. So very easy to get a very snug fit on the branch. More importantly, without damaging the branch at all. So we weren't too sure how well these would hold up in the wind, but we had a few of these done before this week, and we had a nice strong storm come through. We had 30 or 40 mile an hour winds whipping these trees around, and these didn't budge. Obviously, this is easy when you have branches that are on opposite sides of your center leader. You can just put something between to brace them. Let me show you one other option. So in this case, we had another branch here that we had to push away from the central leader, and we didn't have a branch on the opposite. You can see we have a lot going on here. So all we did was just cut a piece of PVC to size, put a couple of caps on there, so again, no sharp edges, and then use the flagging tape to attach it on the branch side. Just the pressure of the branch pushing up against this other branch here is enough to hold this one in place without any issues. Again, same thing here. That wind that we had this week didn't budge this. So one of the things we really like about this is, number one, cost. We had the PVC parts laying around, but they're still not that expensive. And then one of the things we found with the commercial options out there is they're very flimsy and they don't hold up to larger branching like this. And we want something that's gonna last, that we can reuse as needed. And then of course we can cut these to size. All of those come sized already. And you can see all we had to do here was measure the distance or estimate the distance, cut the PVC to the size that we needed. Simple idea of what you might be able to use in order to get those limbs spread on your more vertical growing trees. So just wanna thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on this newly establishing farm. Fruit trees is one of our favorites. Would love to have you as a subscriber. Questions or comments, leave those in the comment section down below. And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description. That's a free, painless way to help support us here. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support the farm. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, so can you.